Hi everyone, this is Billy. You're watching the Billy DIY channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful lantern. To make it, you need the following. 2 Coca-Cola cans, 200 ml Coca-Cola cans. A glass cover, you can buy it from Taobao.com, 9 RMB. And some aluminum or copper wire that can make the hanger and other supporting framework of your lantern. You also need this cotton wick or any cotton thread. For tools, you need the scissor, the cutter. The last tool you need is the tape measure, soft tape measure. Okay, first step is we need to use this tape measure to measure the perimeter of the Coke can. Let's see how many. So it's around 18 centimeter or 180 millimeter. So let's do the calculation. 180 millimeter divided by 3 is 60. Okay, so we need to mark everything in 3 parts. Each part is 60 millimeter. Measure again, and we will mark the 0 point, which is here. Okay, this is 60. And the next one is 120. 120. This one. Okay, now we got 3 parts. Okay, we do the same for the bottom. Okay, so now you got 3 parts and 3 parts. Okay, they doesn't need to match because you'll cut the can into half later. Okay, next we need to drill some holes. Okay, you can use this to drill, but it will sometimes it will not look good. So I think we better use the proper drill. You just need a 3 millimeter drill bit and drill it here. Okay, like this. Another one here. Okay, don't drill through the side. Then we'll need to drill another smaller hole here so we can mount the wire. Okay, so to drill a second hole. Okay, so we got 2 holes. Then we can do the same at the back. Okay. And then at the bottom we also need to drill a center hole. Let's try to find the center roughly here. Drill a center hole. Okay, and a side hole. The side hole need to be a bit further away like that. The center hole need to be bigger because we'll need to fit in this this cotton. So let's make it bigger and larger. And the side we also need to okay. And we enlarge it a second time. Okay, that's enough. Should be able to fit this one in. Okay. What else do we need? We need 2 side holes here. One here, exactly 180 degrees. So Need to use the tape measure again. Mark the 0 here. And then the 90 here. Okay. The last thing is to drill more holes here for ventilation. Okay, so we need to enlarge the hole. Okay, and then enlarge it a bit further. Okay, so that's it, finished. Next, we need to cut this can in half. The upper half will be used to hide this glass cover. Lift it up so that we can light up the lantern. So this part will be long enough for the glass cover to move up, right? So let's take the measurement. The glass cover is around 4.5 centimeter plus the top part. So we need around 5.5 centimeter at the top. That means at the bottom we are leaving with around 4 centimeter. Okay, so let's do the cutting. Four centimeter. So we need to cut around here. Okay, this one seems to be fine. Okay, so let's wear the glove because it will hurt your finger if you accidentally cut through your finger like what I did. You can trim it, clean it up so it won't hurt your finger later. Also use this sandpaper to smooth out the edges so it won't hurt you. To sharpen the inner part like that. We also need to repeat for the second can. We need to cut the second can as well at the same way. So let's do the cutting. So 4 cm from the bottom as well. So the second can also cut off, and we don't need this one, we just need the bottom. Okay, so these two should be similar heights. Okay, this one we need to push down into this one. Okay, so we need to cut some slits into this one. Size of the slits is around 1 centimeter. Let's cut a few slits all the way to the top. So we need to cut wires around 15 centimeter long, 3 pieces of them. Okay. And we need to make this hanger. So this hanger will need 35 centimeter around this. Okay. And we can follow this shape and bend this one. This is how it's made. Next, we will need to make the wire to connect the upper part of the lantern and the bottom of the lantern. We need to bang it into a hook and then pass through the bottom and secure the hook at the top. We'll repeat for the rest of the 3 copper wire. This is how it looks when it's done. So the hook is secured at the bottom. Then we'll need to make a wick holder using the remaining half Coke can. Just need to cut around 1.5 inch out of that and 1.5 inch across. Then we'll need to find something small to roll it to shape, like this screwdriver. We'll roll it into a column and cut off the excess parts. Then try to fit it into the center hole. It needs to be secure. The wick holder needs to be tall enough to extrude out, but not too tall. And we need to try it pass through the wick. The wicks need only to extrude around 0.3 millimeter outside of the wick holder. So if we find the wick holder is too long, we can trim it to the right size. So you only extrude out at the face of the bottom, but not too much higher than the face of the bottom. So let's put it all together. This time it fits well. The wick holder is just at the same level as the face of the bottom. So next we will try to fit the glass covering. Then we can pass the 3 wires through the holes that we drill at the top and just pass it through. Once you pass it through, make sure the glass cover can be lifted up and be a little bit tight so you can hold there and you can drop down as well. So this is how we will light up the lantern later on. Then we can cut out the excess wires, leaving only 1 inch. So we can bend it into a hook and secure it to the top of the can. This is how it looks when it's all finished. Make sure the glass cover can still be lifted up and pushed down. The last step is to put the hanger in. Just push the pin over the 2 side holes we drilled earlier on. Make sure there's no blockage and the hanger can swing freely in both directions. Now we can light up the lantern. You need this lantern oil. You can buy it from Taobao.com. You fill up the lantern oil through the hole at the bottom of the lantern. There's a small hole on the side, and the bottom is bent like a wok, so you just add the oil through that hole. Make sure you dip some oil into the wick as well, so that you got some oil to start the fire before it can absorb enough oil from the bottom of the can. If you fill up the bottom of the can, you can light it up for 10 hours. But in this case, we will just pull some small portion just for testing. So next, let's try to light it up using a lighter. Let's test lighting it up. So the lights, the fire is too high. If we continue to have this tall fire, it will turn the top of the lantern into black, and the glass cover will be darkened very soon. So it's not desirable. What we should do is to trim the wick so that only around 3 millimeters is exposed out of the wick holder. So let's trim it using the scissor and try to light it up again. This time the light is okay. The flame is around 1 inch tall, which is the optimal height of the flame. So let's push the glass cover down and observe it. The flame is quite stable. So that's it. We can use it now. This is the end of the video. I hope you like the lantern and other of my DIY video. If you like my video, please click like, subscribe, share with your friends, and click the bell so I can inform you of my next video. Thanks a lot. This is Billy DIY.